Good morning, Destiny players, and welcome to a new season of Destiny 2 with Into the Light. It's time to make builds to destroy this game mode. Apologies for no video last week. I had a death in the family and a wedding to attend. Been a hell of a week, but I'm back. I am Bladeburger, your local Hellstone bars are made out of Hellstone and Obsidian kind of guy. Welcome to the video. Do the stuff that the algorithm loves. Burke, you'll love you a long time. Let's begin with this build showcase of a redux of an older build I made back in Season of the Deep. One of the strongest ever for Onslaught, and will be stronger in final shape with Frost Armor coming if Prismatic Fragments are anything to go by. Let's begin. This build centers around Stasis turrets and Osmiomancy gloves, locking down entire lanes of waves in Onslaught and being able to have more ready for the next wave. Deals with overload and unstoppable champions and makes Legend Onslaught easier. This build is an easy top tier option in Onslaught for its lockdown and crowd stall playstyle, even beating out other top tier options like Polaris Lance builds, which I covered last month. Let's talk about the exotic for this build, the Osmiomancy gloves. These exotic gauntlets give an additional cold snap grenade charge and faster recharge on them if you doink an enemy as you throw it. Enemy tiers give different percentages of energy back. Seekers from cold snaps also travel further and faster, but let's be real, you're using stasis turrets here. Let's talk about what this exotic tells us to do so we can get a good grasp on what direction to take this build. Obviously, cold snap grenades. We want to hit enemies directly with them after charging them up for a stasis turret. This tells us to go for a grenade build. There's two options for that with a stasis kit, stasis crystals or kickstarts with stasis shards. Personally, I absolutely hate the exotic most people are using with Stasis Warlock, the Verglass Curve. I really don't like how it plays, nor do I like how it feels. I hate having to do the precision kill, then hipfire, precision kill, then hipfire. I really don't like that loop. It's also why I haven't covered the new exotic bow, that's Strand, because I just don't like that playstyle. The Verglass is pretty strong, but I don't want to use a weapon I hate. So I decided to go the kickstart route instead so I can use weapons I like. I'd use Wicked Implement as I love scout rifles, and scout rifles actually seem pretty good for Onslaught, but I don't have it as I don't have friends that play this game anymore. I am instead currently using the Horror Story from Festival of the Lost as my role has Demolitionist and Headstone, a pretty rare combo on primaries. I will also note that Winterbite is super underrated currently. Just one shot does insane work on a lane of enemies. Highly recommend trying it out. With weapons discussed, let's get to class and abilities. For class, we're on Stasis Warlock. For grenade, Cold Snap Grenade. Spawns a Seeker on impact that freezes enemies instantly. For aspects, Bleak Watcher. Hold your grenade button to charge up a stasis turret. On impact, it makes a turret that slows enemies and can freeze them if enough projectiles hit. Enemies don't aggro to it, so it sits there being a menace. We also have Glacial Harvest, where enemies that are frozen make stasis shards. It's important later on, don't worry. They give melee energy. More shards are created as the enemy tier gets higher. For fragments, since we're leaning towards stasis shards, we got a few here that work with them. Whisper Endurance, slow lasts longer and stays on enemies longer. Whisper Conduction, stasis shards made track to you. Very nice for Onslaught so you don't have to go too close to enemies. Whisper Rhyme, stasis shards give an overshield when you collect them. They do stack and give more overshield and duration. Whisper Torment, taking damage gives grenade energy, 5% when shields are up and 10% when shields are down, 1 second cooldown between activations. With the class stuff covered, let's get to the mods used. This build leans more into kickstarts to achieve its goals of spamming stasis turrets. We use the insane number of stasis shards to our advantage with Elemental Charge helping us out quite a bit. Let's get into it. On Helmet Harmonic Siphon. Make orbs on multi-kills with weapons matching our subclass type, so stasis weapons. You can change this siphon based on the weapon you use, so if you're using an arc weapon, go for arc siphon. If you're using a strand weapon, go for strand siphon. We also have Heavy Ammo Finder and Scout, increasing drop turns at heavy ammo on kill, and also giving our allies some heavy ammo as a treat whenever our fighter makes some. On arms, Double Grenade Kickstart. When you use a grenade, consume all armor charges you have to gain back grenade energy, up to 30% with max charges. Requires at least 1 armor charge to activate. We also have a flex slot that you can do whatever you want with, honestly. On legs, skipping chest piece because it's all flex slots, we have Double Innervation, giving grenade energy on orb pickup. We also have Elemental Charge. Each class collectible you pick fills up a meter similar to Special Ammo Meter in Crucible. When it gets full, you get an armor charge. With one mod, it takes around 4 stasis shards to get an armor charge, which is extremely easy and quick, just freezing about 2 enemies. On class item, Double Bomber. Using our class ability gives grenade energy. We also have Reaper, getting a weapon kill while after using a class ability makes it aura power. So there's the mods, and here's the usual overview. Look over the mods, compliment my organization, and be sure to subscribe, that's the most important part. Let's get to how this build plays. I'm gonna tell you, you gotta use this build. Use it for the shinies. This build is absolutely insane for Onslaught as it has the capability to lock down entire waves with just a handful of turrets. Using this build, I have not failed a single 50 wave Onslaught. It is that good. You get them back really quick with this build, with only a little bit of effort in grabbing stasis shards that float towards you. If you have a blueberry who's also using stasis, even better! A true lockdown build that stands the test of time and will always be good. Even when nerfs targeted at Banner of War do nothing to Banner of War and instead kill my beloved Shinobu's Val build, Stasis Warlock will always be strong. It isn't a burger video without me complaining about Banner of War, let's be real. In this Onslaught era, Stasis is king. Less so Stasis Hunter, but freezing everything, even the bosses, is insane. I do notice most blueberries ignore ads during boss phases, so do them a favor and throw out a turret to control the field. If you want a fun build that can lock down full waves, try this one out yourself and let me know how it does. I do read all comments. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for next week's Stasis build where we go over Stasis Titan. Blade Burger out.